Hi. Alright, so this is take two of my Patreon video. I tried a little while ago and it was, I keep looking at the viewfinder, sorry. Video came out great, but I found out for sure now that the 64 gig SD card I bought for Black Friday for use for my videos and does not work well. And if this take does not work and it gets as skippy as it was before, then I will start to cry because that means I'm pretty sure it's my camera acting up. If my camera's acting up, I am screwed and I am nervous, but hey. So, I hope this quality is good. I hope you enjoy the video. And with that said, welcome to Patreon update number 3. Woot! Every time we do these videos, I get congested. So if you ever see me do like this, it's because I don't know, I just get congested when I talk sometimes. So, let's see. Where'd your money go the past month? Well, one, thank you for the money, and following still and believing in me. So, let's go with this quickly. We were saving up to get a Google Chromebook so we could take on the road with us for its amazing battery life and affordability, really, affordability. But we couldn't raise money in time, and very soon we have some events we're going to, and we just need some stuff. So what we did was instead put that money toward getting a new battery for one of our ancient laptops, which is great because for a fraction of the price as the new laptop would have cost, and we will still try to get that because this battery will give us a few hours, but not as much as we would get from a Chromebook, but we will be able to report from the events with that laptop now. If you look at our main laptop, it is a beefy 13-pound gamer. So yeah, you don't want to take that on the road with you when you're bringing a camera, a tripod, you know, and a bunch of other things. So this other laptop at least is a minimal 6 or 7 pound old laptop, but better than nothing. So yeah, thank you for that. So battery, and we also got a tablet. Ooh. So it is a Amazon Fire tablet. This is their cheapest one. And we're going to use this for our events where we're showing off indie game dev games at playcrafting events and other such events. And this is good because we'll have more devices to show things off on. You saw a video before about Patreon event, not Patreon event, playcrafting event we went to, and I was showing off games from devs around the world. Well, we were supposed to have a lot more devices to show off a lot more games. And yeah, at the very last minute we found out that wasn't happening. And it was a stressful thing. And I had to let some people down, and I don't like doing that. I made promises, and I like to keep my promises. So we're going to try to get a few more devices now so we can just get what we know we can show off. And if later on we can work with some people to get devices and to get bodies behind those devices to show off more games, we're going to try to do that. And we're working to do that. At the last few events, we've made some contacts. And let's see what happens, because I don't want to... I get a lot of promises, but as one of my dear friends says, poop in one hand and wish in another and see what fills up first. So let's see. That's happening. So the battery, the tablet, thank you so much for helping with that, and a few premium games that have been reviewed and are being reviewed for Nardio, thanks to you, was helped and paid for. Also had to re-up our GoDaddy account for the year, and that took a huge chunk out of our savings, so our Patreon savings. So again, why we couldn't get the laptop, but we were able to get this stuff. So we're still moving forward. We have now an extra laptop to go on shows with, thanks to you. We have an extra tablet to show off games on, thanks to you. So thank you for that. Now, what else is happening? A lot, actually. Tomorrow, Jasmine leaves to go to Katsucon, which will be amazing. I can't go. Someone has to stay home and babysit the cats and work on the apartment and stuff, and I'm doing some other things that I will hopefully be able to share with you later on. But right now, Jasmine's going to go out to some of these events and do that. So she's going to be reporting for Nardio at Katsucon, which is awesome, because Katsucon is an awesome event that's happening soon. So she's going down there, and she's going to be interviewing some webcomic folks. She's going to be interviewing some cosplayers. She's going to be interviewing some just general awesome people. So I'm kind of excited about what the content she's going to have for you. And that's why we were kind of really gunning to get this Chromebook, because it's going to be a lot of writing and going to be a lot of recording. That's why I was also nervous about the camera. But hopefully we can give you guys some good content. So look forward to that. The following week, Jasmine is going to MagFest. Now, this isn't just going to be about Nardio. Jasmine is also a talented lead designer and person working at a company she started for herself and some people. It's called Luminosity Mobile. She has made one video game with them so far, and now she's working on her other. And she is going to be showing off her newest game. I will have links below this showing about Luminosity Mobile, so you can follow links. I'll probably try to also include her App Store page for her first game. It's a free game. It's a good game called Once Upon a Runner. But she's going to be showing off her new game called The Painter's Apprentice, which is pretty awesome. It's a platformer where you have to paint in the world that's been devoid of colors. The colors run amok, and she has to bring order, and the character has to bring order to the world. Each world has a different art. It's inspired by a different art style, so the background and the level and the platforms themselves will be taken from this art style. It's a really nifty idea, and Jazz, I feel like, knocked it out the park with this. It's still in progress, but she has a pretty good build up. I think there's one on here, but I'm kind of weird about. I should open that up first. Yeah, see if we can start opening it up soon. Made in Unity. So she's gonna be doing that, and hopefully she will also be. She will also be able to get off the just showing off the game and interview some developers, and she can interview some other people at the event. It's kind of cool because a lot of people we know from the New York City game dev scene. Here's her game. Cool. So shut that off. A lot of folks that we are friends with in the New York City game dev scene are going to be down at MagFest, so she's not going to be alone. Not too worried about her, although I always worry when she's gone. But Dream Sale Games and their amazing Blade Ballet are going to be at MagFest, so look out for that if you like multiplayer goodness, and that game is shaping up pretty damn awesome. We're going to also see Zapling Studios and their awesome beat-em-up game coming out soon, so nice to see those guys. And a few other folks that we are actually friends with going down, so I don't feel so bad about having Jazz go to these events because she's not going to be alone. Also, she has family in the area, so she can check them out too. But MagFest is going to be kind of awesome for that and for her. So I'm happy to see her doing well with her side thing there, and hopefully also helps bring people to Nardio, or brings us to more devs. Hopefully she finds some people we can interview and make friends with, and God knows we need friends, and it's always nice making more friends in the indie dev community. So great. After that, there's going to be a Playcrafting New York City event happening at Tumblr, I believe, and that's going to be another awesome night. And yeah, so what's happening there is going to be people just going up, showing their games off, explaining what's about, and funny enough, Jasmine's going to be there too. So she's going to be showing off Painter's Apprentice there, along with a few other devs. If you follow, I keep looking at the viewfinder instead of you, so I'm sorry for doing that. I'm still not used to it. So if you follow the YouTube channel, which you kind of should, you'll see there are videos on there where it's just like devs talking about the game, and that's what's going to be again. I'm going to be there once again recording what the devs are coming out with, what's new and cool in New York City indie game dev community. Now, it's not just New York City. A lot of devs come from a long distance to show off at these events. So it's always nice to find cool quality games. A little while ago, that's where I found out and fell in love with Blade Ballet from Dream Sale Games. I'm like, wow, it was a kind of a cool night, and then here comes the Dream Sale team, and here comes Blade Ballet, and it just knocks it out the park, and you could like hear us in the background like, oh my god, that is so awesome, that is just awesome. So yeah, I'm hoping to have more like wow events happen and like discover these games and hopefully try to promote them. I mean, I'm really digging the team behind that. I'm digging a few other devs I met at these events, and it's just a good time to meet people. Not that expensive, so just kind of go out together. So yeah, it's a fun thing coming up, and I will bring you those videos and try to promote those games later on. So that is that. And let's see. No, we are not sponsored by 7-Eleven, but I do like the cheap water. So after that, can't make an announcement just yet, but I am in talks with some event places about doing what I have been doing some more, and that's promoting New York's the indie game dev community in the New York City area or the East Coast area. It's weird because we have a lot of talented people here and a few cool events, but we don't have that much going on. It's really kind of heartbreaking because I feel like we could do better, and I feel like we can grow too because not too many people know about this vibrant community, and I really want to help spread the word. So hopefully soon, maybe next week, maybe a little sooner than that, I can have another video posted saying, "Hey, guess what's happening." So a little bit of a tease going on there. So thanks for putting up with it. But I can share that we have been officially accepted as press at GameCon. So I'm excited about that because the GameCon had their first GameCon last year, a few months ago, and it was awesome. My small cat Mochi is crying for attention, but she cries for it in a way where it's just like, "Hey, I want attention. Here's Mochi," and she wants attention, but she wants me to chase her and play with her. It's like, honey, I love you, but I can't chase you right now. Now she's gonna burrow into my armpit and then drool into my arm and then cover this side with drool. Yeah, real video. There's a little kitty now doing this. You can see her happy little tail. What was I saying? GameCon. Yes, GameCon had its first event last year, and it was small, and it was awesome. And it wasn't as big as it could have been because it was the first of its kind, and it was in Atlantic City, which isn't that accessible. I really wish GameCon happened in New York City, where everyone can get to it better. There's like a transit system. Here you have to Greyhound it in, or get a hotel room, which is like, oh my god, I can't afford that. But it was a good event. It was a good time. I discovered some really, really cool games. I met some really cool devs, and I just had an awesome time there. Like, I'm going to put some more information up from just the last GameCon because we met just that many people. And I wanted to have more stuff up, but the lighting there was not great, which sucked because, and the sound with this little camera we have wasn't great. We had a lot more interviews, but I need to get a separate microphone to bring with me to these events because this camera just doesn't have a good recording thing for those events because it just caught all the background noises. So we did a lot of interviews, but they weren't great. But we're gonna do better next time, I promise you. And but I'm excited to do another GameCon, and if we've been accepted already as press, is awesome. So I'm gonna do my best to help promote GameCon from now until October when it comes out, and try to get as many devs as I can to go there. Because I spoke to the guy in charge, Ari, a few times, and he seems to believe in helping, like in growing something. I mean, it's also at his behest because the better it does, the better he does. But he actually goes around and plays the games. He talks to the people. He's looking for quality to have the event so he can have a better event. And I'm excited to work with someone who gives a damn. I keep looking at the viewfinder, I'm sorry. Who gives a damn. I want to work with passionate people, not people who are just trying to make a quick buck off the game dev scene. Because you meet plenty of people at these events, at some events, who are just trying to, like, all right, they don't care about the game, they just want to, you're in a room full of salesmen. So trying to find someone genuine or seemingly genuine is something you want to find. And the people behind GameCon seem to really care, and they're trying. So I have big hopes for this year being even better than it was last year. Hopefully something that just grows into something that's as big as these other places, but hopefully better and more about the community, which is still nestled here, you could see. So we're going to be pressed there, and hope we might even have another function there. We don't know. There are talks happening, but talk is talk until something actually comes of it. We'll see. But the person behind it is interested in showing off like indie dev games beyond with the people exhibiting, but just maybe having some games shown from around the world. So if we can work together to try to put something together where maybe devs can show off their stuff. I'm just surprised Mochi's doing this so much. Well, at least on camera, it's usually Bowie. If we can have more devs show up, the better. So people who show up have something to do. So I'll be promoting GameCon from some more until then. So you'll be hearing about it a lot. Let's see, what else? We might be reporting at IndieCade. It's kind of annoying we still haven't had our okay yet from them. But IndieCade East will hopefully be another awesome event, and I'll keep you updated on that. Let's see, what else is happening? Just working with us. I've been emailing a lot of people, which is fun and not fun because we play email tag, and I'm trying to see what else we could do with interviews from people in New York City and surrounding area about like just interesting interviews, stories to try to report on, because I kind of want to make Nardio a little more than it is. So a lot of email tag going on, and also just trying to go through a bunch of games and give you some quality reviews. One of the things that happened, I want to apologize for recently, is I have not been putting out content since the last playcrafting event, and what happened was at the last playcrafting event, maybe because I was so stressed out, maybe it was because of the lack of the things we were promised to have, or just everything else happening in life, I've been stressed lately. And it kind of came to a head at the last playcrafting event, when I was showing off the games there. I started finding myself out of breath, then hot, then chest pains, like real chest pains, and pain running down my arm. I was like, am I having a heart attack? I was not in a good state, and I even started kind of slurring a bit, which was scary. But I banged it out. We had a good night. I started drinking more fluids, and I started feeling better. But the following week, I was having random chest pains, and I had to take a break from Nardio a bit. I'm still posting, but not as much as I could have or should have, and I'm sorry about that. So I'm just explaining what happened. I went to the doctor. Test came back fine. My ticker looks good. My blood work looks good. Doctor just thinks I am just stressing my little Spanish head out a little too much. But I'm going to talk to him again. And it's kind of frustrating because you kind of almost want something to be found so we can work on it, something. But when there's no answer, it's like, well, that sucks because this is still happening for a bit. But, yeah. But as of right now, I am much better. And, yeah, you're going to see more content coming out. So there's that. I had a really interesting meeting today with someone about promoting more New York City indie game dev stuff, and I might have an announcement for you guys next week about what's going on. But trying to work with a few places about just promoting the community, growing the community, and if possible, I have mushy hair, cat hair. That's why I keep rubbing my face. That happens. But if possible, just trying to spread the word for Nardio too. I mean, I want to help promote the community, but I also would love to promote the site, promote Nardio, because, you know, should I get some more eyes too? That'd be kind of great. But yeah, hopefully have an interesting announcement for you guys next week. Unfortunately, none of this is going to be paid. This is all volunteer stuff for now. But, you know, pay your dues, do the free work, get some inroads, make some contacts, and maybe it'll lead to something awesome later on. But I believe in it, and that's why I'm doing it. And, you know, having you guys to talk to, having you guys support me helps, because I know I'm not just talking into the wind. I'm working towards something. That's what keeps me going. So as I thank you crazy amount of times, I thank you again. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for believing in me. The reason some of the times the game reviews take a while to come out is because I tried to play through the whole thing. And it's cool because I want to give the reader or the watcher, in case I start doing video reviews, which I feel like I should start doing, a sense that, or let you know that I played through it. And I'm not just giving a 5-minute, I played the quick demo of the game and giving a 5-star review or whatever, because a bunch of gaming sites do that, and I hate that. Because you're like, oh, this game was great, oh, this is good, and they show you pictures of the intro experience, and they tell you of the intro experience, but they don't tell you of the game. And the beginnings of most games are great, but when you get to the meat and potatoes of it, that's where you find out if this is something you want to buy, own, or not. And a lot of people just don't put the time into this, which sucks. And this is also why no one really respects these sorts of sites, because they know most of the time it's kind of bullshit. Like, people give fluff reviews to get advertising dollars, but they don't really put the time into the game. One second. It is so dry in here. It is so dry in here. It's like, okay, so today we're going to put out a review of Splash Cars. The first good bit of the game is amazing. Like, wow, the dev made a beautiful world with fun, for the most part, early on gameplay. But early on, you also see, like, the paywalls and the problems. And it isn't about midway through the game that you start noticing, or less than midway, but you start, as you play more, you start finding, well, you got to spend in-game currency more and more, and you're not getting that much. And you find out by the time you hit midway of the game that you broke, and there are paywalls, and you can't progress. And you're invested, and this is what they're kind of hoping to do for some of these premium games: get you invested in the game, and then pay up. You want to play more? You want to enjoy the rest of the game? Pay up. And I do believe devs should be paid for their work, but at the same time, I am not a fan of overly aggressive games that pull this, because it's not fun. There are other ways to monetize, and Splash Cars unfortunately took the bad freemium route. So I've been kind of eviscerating them on Twitter, and there's going to be a review explaining this coming up. Are you gone? And she's gone. Oh, with cat hair. I'm allergic to cats. I only got cats because my fiance started getting me into cats, and she brainwashed me. Yeah, and then all of a sudden I wanted cats, and then I got Cat Bowie, and then now Mochi followed up, and I'm like, all right, well, no more. That's it. Sorry, rant. Anyway, so I'm gonna have a review of Splash Cars and that, and just explaining, what's going on. And I kind of want my reviews to be like honest, so I'm gonna go through the games as much as possible, try to beat them, so you really get the whole experience, and that takes time. Like recently, I put Legend of the Moon out, which was a fun platformer, and I played the whole game, and that took a good amount of time. But I felt like I was able to give a real review, and that's what Nardio is about, real reviews. So I'm not giving you a whole bunch of stories of quick 5-minute impressions of a game, because you're going to spend money on this, you're going to spend time on this, and I feel like you should know if this is worth your time or money, and more importantly both, because come on, let's face it, we're all broke. So there's that. Like another game I was playing was Slashing, which is a really fun Diablo-esque kind of game. And I was in the middle of writing some reviews before, but they've been updating, which is good and bad, because sometimes updates break games, sometimes updates fix games. And Slashing has been actually really, really good about fixing things. So a lot of my problems I had earlier on have been addressed, which is great. But there's still some issues, but I'm still trying to go through the game. It's kind of a long RPG Diablo-type game, so it takes time to go through, and there's so many side areas. I found myself doing different things. I'm trying to get the whole thing in before I review it. One of the things that bothers me again is like a lot of sites, for when like Diablo 3 came out, those sites gave it like 2 minutes of gameplay before they masturbated out a quick frackin' 5-star this is amazing review, and totally ignored all the problems that Diablo 3 had. So again, I don't want to be one of those sites. I don't want my name tied to something that's just not true. But so far, Slashing is looking like a great game, and yeah, hopefully I'll have a review on that pretty soon. I gotta finish banging that out. So, explaining that. We have some reviews coming in. I took some breaks from some games to go through some. Right now, I'm enjoying book of a title I can't really pronounce. It was like kind of a Germany thing, but it's a pretty good thing so far. And I will have a few more reviews coming out. Anime reviews are also coming out soon. We are in the middle of a few things, and we're trying to like bang a few out. It's weird because a lot of what Nardio is review, and to review these things takes a lot of time. So it's weird because you don't want it to turn into kind of work where you start like, oh, I gotta bang out this whole show. I gotta bang out this game for a quick review. We've done that before, and then you kind of find yourself like, ugh, when you're, I'm doing a finger thing, when you're writing it out, and it's like you don't want it to get that bad. So what I do is I try to stagger everything, so when I'm not burnt out of anything by the time I finish reviewing it. So that's what's happening there. I hope I can give you guys some more good news about what's happening with Nardio and my volunteer efforts later on. I'm excited about where this is going, and I'm excited about what we're doing. So this month there's going to be a lot more content coming out, video-wise, article-wise. So February's going to be pretty awesome. I know January wasn't that big, but it was cold, and not many events happened in New York City besides the playcrafting one. And yeah, good stuff there. Just next month, there's not too much going on, but hopefully the meetings I'm having might lead to some more stories for Nardio and for just hopefully the community in general. So kind of excited where this is going, but until things are finalized, who knows? Hopefully I hear back from some of these interview folk too, because I want to take our interesting interviews into even more of a broad range. I want to start interviewing some local politicians and trying to get a straight up interview with those guys has been tough, near impossible, because it's phone tag, email tag. It is frustrating. I want to get interviews with small business folk, and we've been trying that too, and it's just, trying to get it down right. We'll see. But I want to expand what we do, but it's hard to do that because it takes a lot of time, and then, splitting that between the reviews, splitting that between, like, the news stuff, it takes time. So just letting you know what's happening. Another thing that's I want to try to do is I want to keep doing the when we go to shows that we're presenting games, but it's tough because while we're presenting games, we can't exactly go out to each table and interview all the devs there. So maybe we'll try to have someone come along, or find a friend to man the tables or the review thing. But I kind of don't really trust anyone else with any of that because I'm kind of OCD that way. But find someone we can trust and do that, because at the last playcrafting event, it was great being behind the scenes and pushing these games. We had a great time. Like, seriously, it was amazing to have people love the games that we loved. Like, if you read the last Patreon post when I spoke about that adorable couple playing Zombie Kill of the Week Reborn, man, that was nice. Just seeing people love the games that we loved. It validated me. It validated for me that I can promote good work that no one's heard of, and promote great devs and great games that are not getting the downloads they deserve. I mean, these aren't losers by any stretch of the means, but at the same time, they're not getting the accolades I feel like they deserve. And it bothers me sometimes when I see like crap getting featured and good games getting buried. So whatever I can do to help those devs and those games, I want to do. But I also feel like I missed out a lot because there were a bunch of good, cool new games that were at the last event that I wasn't able to see or play or spend time with. So I need to figure out how to do better. And I'm going to talk with Jazz about that, maybe talk with some other devs behind that. Maybe some of the local devs can help out. Like, hey, do you mind, while you're showing your game, showing this game too, or sporting this table while I go around and do this too? A bunch of the people in this community are amazing and might actually be behind that. I mean, Jasmine she was showing off her game, Painter's Apprentice, but she still stopped and showed off, Rohan's really awesome Square Boys versus Bullies, which still gets people to play the game. They still loved it at the events. And she also helped people with Cali Caves. I mean, I'm so thankful that Jordan Pearson trusts us enough to show his game off. And I really, really, really hope that I'm helping to bring downloads to him and to the rest of the devs. Zombie Kill of the Week was great. Heroes Paradox had some really good love too. An amazing dev whose name I cannot pronounce right now, I'm sorry, but from Winter Blue Games, trusted us with his game, and I don't know, everyone loved all the games we brought, and it wasn't like, oh yeah, this game is great. No, they were actually like, wow, this is good. They were playing it for a bit. So I want to do more of that, but at the same time, I need to go and press. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just shut down the area for a bit and go around with the camera and interview people. So yeah, I'm also looking into getting a good stabilizer thing. Right now the camera is mounted, but when I was going around the area, my hand shakes too much. So I gotta have a good camera stabilizer, some $60 rig with a weight on the bottom that keeps it steady. I might try to save up for that baby later on so I can give you guys some better video of this. Yeah, and sorry for the rants and stuff, but I talked to some people about having a a standard, here's what happened, here's what's going on format, and it just feels dry and not really sincere. So I feel like every month I'm just going to come out and just talk to you and thank you and just let you know what's going on. Hopefully you appreciate the honesty and just the natural nature of what I'm doing, and this comes off better. I don't really want to do copy paste format for this sort of thing, because I think you deserve more. You're watching this video, you're listening to me, you're believing in me, and I want to just be real with you. So this is what that is, and I'm just hoping I can keep bringing more news to you. Or like, all right, here's what's happening, here's what's productive, here's what I got done and I'm working toward. And the more I can do that, the better I feel like this will be. I mean, let's be honest. This is hopefully growing into a business. This can hopefully grow into like a full-time thing. If I could find more people who believe in what I am doing, hopefully I can get more Patreon people to join on and help out, because, you know, every dollar helps. And again, there was recently something else I posted to my Patreon subscribers, Patreons, I don't know how to describe that. Anyway, the people who supported me on Patreon, that thanks to you, we were able to take the ads off of Nardio, which is great, because those ads were distracting and not really real, because the ads on there aren't ads for things I want to promote. I mean, right now the only ads on there that are stuff I want to promote are the background image for the Cali Caves, because I love the Cali Cave stuff. So Jordan was cool enough to let me put the background image of the Cali Caves, you know, Cali and Herbert on there. So yeah, that's real. There's also the book for oh my god. There's also the book that I love that we reviewed on there. And it's like a sort of click here to get to that thing. And what I'd like to do now is use the place that was for ads, the Google ads we had up, get rid of those, and we're gonna put like things that we like. We're gonna have more games on the side that we believe in. Right now we have Jasmine's Once Upon a Runner on there. So what if we also put in Cali Caves 3 on Steam? What if we also put in Zombie Kill of the Week? What if we put in, you know, Square Boys versus Bullies? What if we have those rotating? What if we could have some sort of doodaddy widget in there that will make them, you know, scroll through, so it could be like, you know, Nardio's recommended ads that, you know, you should buy. So there's that. We could also do like some sites we like, and like, all right, here is Turtle t-shirts that we honestly love, because we love Turtle stuff. That's their freaking t-shirts are awesome. Same with other things. If we're gonna have something on there, we want to believe it. At the same time, for like when something's coming out that we like, I feel like a jerk right now because I forgot her name. But when there's a book on there that we love, we can promote it. Like, all right, here's our book of the month. I totally want to put book of the month up, or like, you know, just pimp one of our favorite authors out and say, hey, thank you. You are so awesome. We love your work so much. We're just promoting your stuff for free because you are awesome sauce. So I kind of want that to be that. And if it could be some sort of sponsored link thing, maybe, of things that we believe in too, then hey, cool. Then, you know, it's kind of like an ad, but at the same time, it's not. It's more like a real ad because we believe in it. So yeah. So sorry, I got a little excited there trying to explain what was happening, but I'm really thankful that, you know, your Patreon helped us remove those ads and helps us now be able to personalize Nardio more to be something a little more us, a little more personalized, a little more real, that we will use that space for things that we really believe in, as opposed to random ads that Google puts on there. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make sure the front page doesn't get too busy, but at the same time I really want to mold this into something I don't know, awesome. So thanks for that. Thanks for putting up with me, listening to my stuff, and I hope I can keep you entertained even more in the future. That's it. I'll talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye.